Hey friends, I want to take a moment to go over Vrksasana tree pose for you. Vrksasana. So this is a great balance pose that you can practice to practice your balance. Right? So you're going to start with your feet hip distance apart. If you're new to tree pose, I would suggest keeping the ball of the foot on the floor and just lifting your heel up your other calf, the other leg. Right? So I'm lifting my right heel up and I'm placing the heel, I'm resting the heel on the left ankle. Right? And then take your hands together in front of your heart. This is called Anjali Mudra. Press your hands here and find your drishti. So this is all it is, right? Make sure that you're not dumping all the weight into your left hip here. I'm squeezing the left hip in so that I'm standing up really tall. Everything is pretty engaged to help me hold this position. If you're feeling really steady and secure in this tree position, you can start to slide your foot all the way on top of the calf, right? So the sole of my right foot is on the left calf here. And again, make sure that you're not dumping all this weight in the standing leg, in the hip. So you want to squeeze that left hip in and then push the right foot into the left calf. So you find some traction, some friction there, right? And energetically press the right knee back. And then you can stay right here, right? And if you're challenging your balance, you can always reach the arms up. An even harder challenge would be to look up towards the ceiling. And the hardest thing to do in a balance pose would be to close your eyes. So if you can close your eyes for a little bit, you can notice how challenging the balance really becomes without your vision, right? And if your hands are up, you would take your hands back to heart center. If you're going for the hardest option here, I'm grabbing the ankle and taking it high in the inner thigh. Now, to keep the leg really open, the hips open, consider taking your heel slightly forward and my right toes slightly back. So I'm bringing my right toes back and the right heel is coming slightly forward to really open out the hips a little bit more. All right, so this would be where the tendency to dump into the hip is probably the greatest here because there's actually pressure my inner thigh. And so some people might look like this when they do it. And if you're one of those people, and you check yourself out in the mirror, if you're one of those people, squeeze that left hip in, so then you're standing up a lot taller, and in fact, the balance becomes a little bit easier when you're that engaged. All right, so hold it here, or maybe close the eyes. And then you would come out of it. All right, so if you're practicing tree pose on one side, you definitely want to practice on the other side. So bring the heel up on the right calf this time. Again, this is step one. And this is not the easiest thing. You know, every day is so different. So just because you can bring your foot up here one day does not mean tomorrow you're going to be able to do it again. So just meet yourself where you're at today with compassion, with love. You can be here, you can be here, right? Remember, if you're all the way at the top, remember you're not dumping the weight into this right hip. Now I'm squeezing the right hip in, engaging the core, standing up really tall and proud. Tree pose. Good job, you guys. So follow along with me. I'm going to be doing more videos on individual poses so that you all can get started with yoga. I hope you'll join me, subscribe to my channel.